Hey, what are you doing?
I'm getting rid of this wire.
I don't think that's a trash chute.
Oh, it looks like one to me.
And
No,
and works
gotta
like
be.
and works like one.
Not up here anymore.
Oh, welcome out to our next project. We're going to be running this concurrently with the collapsing corner store. And it's a little smaller, but quite a bit of work still. And the center house is where we're working, but to the left, that building's getting a light rehab. It was completely rebuilt in 2006 from a burnt out shell. And then next door is also getting a renovation. Look at those nice new windows. Those look great. So let's walk inside. Robot guy says hi. Not sure how much help he's going to be in the project, but let's see what we got here. So we just picked up some 2x4s that we're going to need to actually get started. And most of the demolition work in here is complete, and compared to most of the projects, the structure in general is pretty good. So down here, this wall here between the dining room and the hall is going to come out. We're putting a big built-up LVL beam up there. So that's what part of that lumber is for the temporary shoring. And then we need to do some framing out along the perimeter. The front wall, interestingly, was built furred out. That's a little rare, but they had really inset window bases, so it's pretty cool. This is some of the old furniture that was in here. They're gonna get out of the way. So then upstairs, these stairs are in great condition still as well. So it looks pretty similar up here. Just some minor modifications. Again, framing out around a chunk of the perimeter. And then this is going to get reused as a bathroom space back here. So there was some previous work done that's got to jump on one of the walls that's needed. So that's nice. And then there's some closet space. Bedroom up here. That front wall will not get furred out. And then as we walk around, nice stair to the third floor. This doorway goes away. And then this back here will be a separated guest suite. So this is kind of the bathroom, kitchen, etc. space here. And already got some good repairs done on those windows, new lintels, bottom was crumbling, that's all put back together. The big project related to this guest suite is this side porch, which I don't know if it was originally built enclosed. I don't think it was. It was enclosed at some point. There's not a lot holding it together, but I think there's enough here that we can get it demolished and then fully rebuilt. Better. Definitely better. Nice view outside. So, yeah. It's holding me, and I'm not light. But that is also how you get to these stairs that access the third floor portion of the guest suite. But I don't think we're going to use them today. We'll go up the main stairs. So, yeah. Demolition, probably some quick work with a reciprocating saw. And then the roof is both cantilevered out with the floor joists and then supported with a knee wall. We'll see that when we walk walk up the steps to the third floor. So yeah, another strong breeze. So there will be a door here, so they could be connected if needed. But, you know, that kind of stereotypical mother-in-law suite type space where you want some good separation. Then up here, this was open. You can see the rail. It was enclosed probably for energy at some point. This will be, according to the plans, kind of unfinished, more raw space. It'll still get insulated and drywalled. Fixed that up a little bit already. So the roof has been replaced. And then you can see here with this new block, this wall had quite a bulge, and that's already been rebuilt. So 2 big projects taken care of. So like I said, with that repaired, structure-wise, it's a strong space. A little dark in here, but that's that knee wall I referenced. So this will become the guest suite bedroom up here. And those were the stairs that we looked at from below. So this will be fully separated here. And that's good for fire separation and privacy. So let's go down the other stairs again and check out the backyard. On our way out, we'll take a look at this one last space. There'll be a bathroom and washer dryer, kind of a mudroom space back here, multi-purpose. So that'll be handy. And there's the back door with the porch above. Moving out back now, you can see that the brickwork's already been nicely tuck pointed up and the whole window openings repaired and boarded there in anticipation of the new windows. But what really matters for us, of course, is this. So, like we talked about the exact disassembly process, I'm not entirely sure. As long as this can hold us, it seems like it, we can cut that up from inside and make it a lot easier than getting some scaffolding. It would have to be over the fence, and at some point we'll probably need to get to that anyway because it needs like siding and stuff, and we'll have to apply the sheathing from the outside because not a lot of room to build a wall on there. So post-wise, just 4x4s, which is undersized. They're only sitting on these little blocks, but it's only got to hold us and the weight of itself. I think that'll work for a little longer. And I think if we would have waited a little longer, it probably just finished disassembling itself. So once we get the walls down, the floor is pretty easy to remove from down here off of ladders or a section of scaffold or something. So, yep, that's the story. We got our temporary shoring going together here, and we're not building it in wall form for a really simple reason. The underside of these joists are not level, so we wouldn't have really been able to get the top plate attached well. So you can maybe see over there, they actually came through and notched all of those to make that wall, except where they didn't need to. And they're all a little different. All the way, well, that's a ceiling fan, all the way across. So we decided that we're not gonna deal with that. We get the same support by just attaching direct. So attach at the top, attach at the bottom, and we have our support needed. And in this case, it's really easy because despite that wall there, the joists themselves span all the way across. So all we need to do is pick up the load in the middle. We're accomplishing the same thing that the wall does and what the beam will do. In fact, where we're putting it is actually a little better because it's more toward the actual center. So that'll put us in good shape to take the wall out and not have any concerns. Now with the beam, I guess we may need to make that notch a little wider on each of them because we have 3 plies of 1 3/4 inch on each ply. So what's that come out to? 5 1/4, something like that. So that's a little wider. We'll figure that out when that problem arises because we haven't ordered the beam yet, and that takes a couple days to come in. So we'll carry on with this. There's our temporary shoring. We'll add some braces across when it's actually time to take the other wall out, but for now, it makes it a little easier to walk through. All right, we're gonna get started with the walls up here on the second floor. We wanna really get MEP going in here, and we got a couple obstacles. Get a box out of the way. We got a little hole in the floor. Looks like we can just pull that out. Keep pulling, keep pulling. Where's that go? Hold on. I think you're pulling the wire in from the alley. How long is that thing?
Wait a minute, it's almost there, I think. No,
Oh, there we go. Okay, well that was a little more than expected, I guess. So,
I just thought it was a little nub.
yeah, like we talked about, we are furring out with 2x4s along some of the exterior walls. So we'll hit that first on the, what is, I don't know if this means anything to you. This is the east wall. This is the south wall. We'll get those going, and then we'll pull out the plans and get the closet space. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I guess that works. Maybe pull that light down too. Funny thing about Old Electric is like, well, that's actually some knob and tube still, but like every time we see it, like boxes seemed like they were so expensive, but wire nuts were cheap. I don't know what was going on back in the day, but it clearly worked. The house is still here, so yeah. Squirrel moment there. So we'll get the closet and the bathroom all figured out here. We're gonna go run and get a little more lumber. All right, getting a safety spring in place here. Don't want anybody to fall out the door, but if you do fall out, you'll land on that with it, and you'll just bounce. Yeah, good thinking here. There we go. Look at that. Perfect.
There, it's safe.
Yep. Well, I thought about getting a big delivery of 2x4s, but honestly, I'm not sure where to put them all. So we just got a bunch here to get us started, and then we'll figure it out. Oh, we got another electric box. We'll see if this... Oh, wow. Wow. That was quite a buildup for no climax.
Yeah.
All right, we don't have to do a lot of demolition work on this project, but a little bit.
Yeah.
Huh. You thought that was going to be stuck down, didn't
It
you?
was stuck.
Yeah, not so much. So we did, speaking of cleaned up this whole room, and the floor in general looks pretty good. Certainly needs some finishing, maybe a little bit of repairs. Obviously a repair right there, but very workable, especially compared to the buildings that we typically find ourselves in. So the lumber move has been a bit of a pain in the butt in here. With the walls already in place, there's not a lot of maneuvering room for the 12-footers, but making it work. So gonna start with the ball right there. Gonna cut them. We have 127.5 inches of height to fill. Slight variance, but that's the low number, so should work. Take off 3 inches for the top and bottom plate, so 124.5 inches on several of these, and however long it was about 7 feet. I'll have to remeasure. Check out this cool, I think coal shovel that was in here that we're using for the cleanup.
Yeah, it kind of wiggles.
Well, I mean, it's old, but
It's got a nail hole.
it would be perfect for feeding your old coal furnace that all these buildings had. Dumpster's not here and we have to clean up out there anyway. We're kind of jumping around here on how we're going to air, but yeah, that porch that we showed you, it's already gone, but the dumpster's not here yet, so cleanup is not done. Getting a little blocking in place for the wall. So first is assembled, and Went pretty quick now that we got all the materials in place. Got enough room, thankfully. And we'll have to assemble all of these walls over there since we have our cut station set up. And I actually started cutting down there and realized I need to cut from down here so that we can both work at the same time. So that works through the wall. So as soon as we, yep, I guess that one didn't quite fit. Little variance, yeah. So once we get the blocks up there, we'll tilt that in place.
All right, let's see what we got here. All right, oh man, I didn't nail it to the floor. Watch the window. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Well, no, I think that's just the sliding it down.
All right. It's tight.
It's tight.
It's tight. It's going. It's going.
Oh, it's raining on us.
Well,
I don't think we brought the persuader up. I'll be right back.
kind of good.
Thought I'd seen.
Yeah.
Just on that little strip of back further.
Well, look at it.
Just catching on a little strip. Floor, but there must be enough room. Down there.
Wiggle here.
Really right here. Short stretch right here. We're not going to force that past.
Give it a put it on the bottom and pull the bottom out.
Take it back and pull one of the plates.
Oh, wait.
And then use that to get it back in the box.
No. There you go.
It seems like at least part of our problem is there were a bunch of tacks in the floor along there. I'm guessing the tack strip for carpet was probably there, and we did not notice them. So they were holding up the bottom. That's why we couldn't get it quite all the way in there. But also up there, you really can't tell. Maybe if I zoom, that sticks down oh so slightly on that joist, and I did not catch that, so you can actually see where it was hitting against it. So we'll adjust.
You got it, muscles?
Take two.
Watch the window. Gotta pick it over. Close.
Really?
Real tight.
what we can do.
It's plenty good here. It's in the middle.
Thank you, Mr. Sledge-O-Matic. Oh, again. Okay. We'll just get them all up, and then we'll do a plumb thing. We'll run down the line. I've seen a lot of different types of fake brick over the years, which is always funny when it's literally over brick. But this is a new one for me. It's cork, as far as I can tell. So it's a little spongy, but it's got the look of brick, so that's neat.
It won't be TJ Company. It won't be TJ Company. It won't be TJ.
Something like that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
You're hitting this, right? You're hitting a block.
That little thing in the end is
It's a block. That one there. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to drive it. That's a good quarter of an inch.
Yeah, that's a whole. What the?
Yeah, I was gonna.
Yeah. Oh no, it's still.
You sure?
Still tight apparently, but maybe we can.
Alright, no, it's like over
I
here.
think we're catching this right
It's
there.
right there.
That's the Sledge-O-Matic.
That's why I grabbed the ladder. Thought we'd have to get it up there. Just front this side out.
That's just something.
Yeah. I did it.
Yeah.
Except it rained dirt again. Chimney's not plumbed.
Well, we don't know this is probably, but I also know that chimney's not plumbed.
Look at all the dirt you made. Okay. Alright.
Everything's cut for that already.
Gee, thanks.
Yep, you're welcome.
Thanks.
Always crown them the same way. So these short walls, as we've talked about, really screw with your production because you're doing basically the same amount of work as a longer wall, and you're only getting short stretches. You gotta jump out in the middle, and then on these, this chimney is so wide that we're actually going to have to put a little wall on the sides to connect them because part of the goal of this is making it really easy for the electricians to pull wire through. So the more 2x4 the better. Or well, I guess not. More 2x4, more stud space the better. Don't want a whole wall of 2x4s. That wouldn't work. Well, it would work, but it wouldn't be great. It reminds me of something I saw the other day. I keep seeing these reels, although they show up on Facebook, of this guy. He keeps talking about things in houses. We're all content creators. And this house they're in that they keep doing these short little clips, there's like 6 top plates on the walls. I have no idea what happened there. If there was a mismeasure around the whole house and they needed to adjust, trusses came in different than they were expecting. I'm not even sure how that would happen because nobody would want to do that. Oh, got a twisty stud. But You know, we all got to be careful talking about the quality of our work, and then we do things like that in the background. In the meantime, I'm gonna go pick up some dust masks because YouTube commenters are vicious. I know what's coming. We can't do everything perfectly. Nobody, ask anybody. They're always gonna do something that people are gonna call out, and that's fair. We should be wearing dust masks more than we do. We're good with eyes, we're good with ears, relatively good with hard hats. Dust masks, not as well. And there's our wall, so let's pick it up. I was hoping that's either between a stud or just a...
Yes, I'm saying, I'll just fall.
And nails on the top part.
Yeah. So let's see. Rotate that. That's tight. Wait, it's on that little board again. Oh, right. That's why it's...
Oh, it's kind of dusty.
Oh. Yeah, it's sitting on that upper. Kind of wrapped. Still shouldn't do that.
Check the width of these 2x4s. Maybe check my tape measure. We'll plumb that before we heat any of it.
Both directions.
Let's do that at the bush.
Both directions. Yeah. It looks crooked up there, but I can't tell.
Yeah, but the chimney's crooked, so
Yeah.
you don't know what you're
When
actually...
it's crooked, is the
You don't know
the
what
joist
what.
crooked, or is the...
It's all, well, the joist isn't parallel either,
Yeah.
so it's all wrong. We got a little quick demolition work here of that fake brick and some plaster. There's always that spot that gets missed. It never fails. It just is what it is. You basically expect it. You know, when you're tearing apart the stuff, you almost go blind to those little spots. So we're gonna jump back here and do this wall, and to be able to build it, it's almost 14 feet long and we have almost 8 feet of width. So we're just gonna split the wall in half, build it in 2 sections. That'll allow us to not have to like bring it through this door opening and then this door opening. Wouldn't be too tough, but still, we'll know it fits if we build it back here. So I guess I'll grab some more measurements and we'll get this part figured out.
Chicken over here in the backyard.
Yep. First half going up.
Around.
Bring it around town. Must be caught on nails. It's definitely clear, but there's nails. I don't think it's avoidable besides getting up there.
No, well, I know, but it'll stay in place.
Yep. Okay.
Very good nails.
Now the ladies from next door have made their way over here to pluck for some tasty insects. Get that good protein. Make some nice fresh eggs. They share with me occasionally. They're delicious. Okay, the real problem is there's actually a double that's only a single into the wall, so I don't know why it's actually doubled, but like you can see that one over there. That one almost singles into the wall. That one doubles. So, you know what the specific reason of doubling that was? I don't even know, but not like extra hurts. But you can see that's plenty loose. It's just catching right on that guy. And I didn't catch it, but it was loose once we got past where it was catching. So I will just get it lined up, and I'll get a measurement for this section. But alright, we jumped up to the next wall in the middle here because we don't have any 2x10s for headers in the back. We are actually headering that window for get some load transfer, pick up the ends of the joists. Don't need it here, so we're gonna finagle this through the door. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, why don't you just do that, and then you don't have to worry
all the
about
way. Keep going. I didn't know if we had enough room to roll around. It's your sort of doorway. This up here. There we go. Black nail. No, I can't get it to go back. I'm gonna have to go. The nails are bent that way. Yep. Get flatter. 2 feet. Black nails. Should go just a little tappy tap.
Alright, we caught either that joist, well, I know we caught some nails, but we also caught that. Oh, that little block is what was catching. Yeah. Something on there. It's bouncing. Yeah. Okay, well, a few tappy taps here and there, and we are nicely in place. There's those stupid little nails are everywhere. Those things are, like, until you actually get to drywall, they're nearly impossible to. Of course, all the debris that is built up behind the joist above. Yeah, there we go. Okay, well, now we got another dusty mess to clean up, but it's in place. Getting late on a Friday afternoon, so time for us to get out of here. So, wrap things up for now. Thanks for rebuilding with us. Plenty more to rebuild here, as you can see. But, nice start. So, if you haven't already done so, we'd really appreciate a like and a subscription. And again, thanks for watching. And we'll see you guys on the next video out here at the Up Down Reno.